Welcome back as we continue our mayoral debate, which will be the final debate of the 2017 race. As we were going to break, Mr. Keller was making some comments, and I know, Mr. Lewis, you wanted to respond.
Well, this boils down to leadership, effective leadership. And with bold solutions and effective leadership, you have to be able to, say when you have priorities in a budget, where that money is going to come from. So we've laid that out. The state auditor has still not said, where he's going to find the money to prioritize public safety in this city. And the fact is, I'm proud of every vote that I've ever taken on the Albuquerque City Council. In fact, it's just untrue that we've ever cut police officers. We've never cut police officers in the city of Albuquerque. In fact, on the City Council, I was glad to be able to lead some of those budgets to be able to ensure that we fully funded the amount of police officers beyond what we already had. But this is a mayor's issue. When it comes to hiring officers, setting policy, and leading and administrating that department, this is something that the mayor alone has to do. And a mayor alone has to introduce a budget with that kind of bold structure to it. If the mayor sends down a status quo budget to the council, they're just not going to make those kinds of changes to it. So that's the responsibility I'll take as mayor. We will dig through the budget, make sure that the priority in the budget is on public safety. We'll find the money to be able to do that, keep good officers. And I'll tell you, the other question about our current mayor going to the legislature trying to get return to work changed. It's just not going to happen. But we are going to pay our officers enough to where they are going to want to return to work. Come for a few more years, the ones that are retired, on the streets responding to calls. It's one of the ways that we're going to build that department.
All right, we're talking about, in part, budgets and priorities. I want to turn to you, Mr. Keller. You were saying that money's not a problem, that the money's there. Do I take that to mean as well that we will not be raising taxes if you become mayor of Albuquerque?
I mean, the only way I would ever do that is as a last resort. And I think this is a big difference between us. I've been in an executive position before. I run our budget in the state auditor's office. I voted on dozens of budgets in the state legislature. And I know this. There is plenty of fat we can trim out of the Albuquerque budget. We are top heavy in almost every department. We've got rows of executives that didn't even exist before until this council and this mayor signed off on it. And we also have money stashed away in all sorts of places that is sitting around not being used. We've got $328 million in unspent capital outlay money. Then on top of that, which I think is the most disappointing thing, despite the needs in operating departments, we have this mandatory vacancy rate, and we're taking money from our city employees, from our firefighters, from our police officers. You can check 2015 budget, page 214. You can see it right there. We move money from police officers to pet projects. That's how we're funding softball fields way out on the west side for an Arizona developer. That's how we're funding the new fountain downtown. That's how we're funding the ART project. We are literally using operating dollars for good people who work at Albuquerque and our police officers and law enforcement for capital projects.
Mr. Keller,
and that's all been done under your watch.
I hate to interrupt, but you seem to be saying there's plenty of money. It's being misspent. It's being misused. It's just a question of finding the money. But you seem to be stopping short of saying no new taxes under a Keller administration.
So sure, what I would do is I don't believe we should raise taxes at all unless we go to the voters. And so first I'm going to cut fat, then I'm going to move money back to operations where it's supposed to go, and then if we still need money for public safty, we'll send it to the voters.
All right, Mr. Lewis.
Well, I think that's a veiled response. Really what it is saying that I'm going to raise your taxes, and that's what Tim is saying. When he's saying it's a last resort, it means that he is someone who's going to raise your taxes and believe that's a part of the game. Look, this is about leadership at City Hall. When it comes to the amount of police officers that we need, we're going to fund it. We're going to prioritize it. We've never cut police officers. You're just wrong, Tim. And
it's 2015. Look it up in the budget.
Tim mentioned the ART, and yet you're completely fine with that and champion a pet project of a politician. Tim's for it. It's for $120 million that was used for that bus system that was rammed down through the middle of Central. So we could say that we want everything, that we want the ART, that we want all these things, we want to throw more money at a $1.3 billion public school budget. But the fact is we got to make tough decisions. And we need to know how we're going to do that. And I've been bold enough to say this is how we're going to do it. This is how we're going to pay for it. And it doesn't mean the option of raising taxes in our city. But ultimately, when you say that the last resort is raising taxes, what that means is I'm going to raise your taxes.
Well, I think, look, I'm not going to put words in your mouth, and I think it's a little ridiculous to just tell people somehow what you think I'm saying, so no one wants to hear that. I mean, I'm going to talk about my ideas for the city, and I believe this. We have had 8 years to do everything that you just described, and we haven't done it. That is the ultimate reflection of a lack of leadership. And look at the ART project. My stance is this: public transit is good. I'm glad someone else is actually paying for it. But we've got to actually fix this, because the way it came down was wrong. The plan is drastically flawed, but it's already here. What leadership means is actually making it work for our city. That's why I want to blend it with Rapid Ride, take it to the West Side and the airport, take it to Lobo games. It's a bus. Let's treat it like that, and let's make sure it improves public transit.
How are we going to pay
That's
for
the
that?
best we can do.
Yeah.
I'll tell you how to pay for it. We can actually pay for it by taking it
More
to the
taxes.
airport with airport bonding capacity. And I think the more important question is,
Comes
why
from the
didn't we
taxpayer.
pay for it already? You voted for it, and then now you're talking about it against it.
Mr.
You
Lewis,
had
what's-
8 years to work on it.
What's
I've
your
always been
concern?
opposed to the ART, but here's the big difference between Tim and I is that, you know, I've run a private company. A large private company created jobs in this city. I've signed both the front and the back of a paycheck. I know what it's like to be up at night, you know, worrying like most people in this city, many people in the city that run small businesses that are worried about how they're going to keep people employed. The fact is, in a small business and a private business, you got to make a profit. You got to be effective. The difference between us is the only job that, you know, or the only paycheck that, Tim, that you've signed is the back of a paycheck from a paycheck that was paid for by taxpayers for a job that you created.
You know, Dan, you're literally making things up, and folks know this. I've worked for large corporations. I had a 15-year career in the private sector. I've had a
Created private
finance
jobs.
degree and an MBA, and I have actually put my capital at risk and signed both sides of the paycheck. Your company literally is a city contractor. So you're a city councilor and you take taxpayer money to run your company. I have a long track record in the business sector. And to say now that I signed my own paycheck, that's because I was elected state auditor. Folks know that, of course.
We're going to take a quick break. Quick response?
Well, I mean, it's a big difference between us. I've created private jobs here in the city of Albuquerque. Not a career politician.
With the city
I'm not
contract.
waiting on the wet. It's a minute part of the
$3 million.
amount of money that
It's
we
$3 million
do. Yeah.
contract. That's a lot of money
All
for a lot
right,
of
gentlemen,
So
we're going to leave
it's
it there
pennies
for
for
the
us.
time being, but I don't want you to settle down. I want more of that energy. We're going to take a short break. We will continue this debate in just a moment.